Let's bring in criminal defense attorney and trial attorney Brian Claypool. So, Brian, does she have an edge because she's celebrity going into this whole ski thing?
You bet, Trace. I mean, the plaintiff in this case has a slippery ski slope ahead for two big reasons. Number one, Gwyneth Paltrow. Last time I checked, she was an Oscar-winning actress. She's the CEO of Goop. So you've got the guys covered on the jury and the women covered with Goop. So.
Which does not excuse her if she really is guilty about this. Here is the victim, the alleged victim's attorney, and we'll get your response. Watch.
So what happened to Terry? Well, the day after the crash, he goes to the VA hospital. At the VA, they x-ray his ribs, and they say, yes, you've got 4 broken ribs, 2 of them broken completely. And then a few days later, they confirmed Terry suffered a concussion in this ski crash.
You got to show a lot more than just injuries to prove that Gwyneth Paltrow came out and just literally clocked the guy.
I mean, what does she weigh? Like $115,
$120?
Did you know, too, this was a beginner slope? This was a beginner slope, right? And also, there's a legal doctrine called assumption of the risk. So in other words, it's either express or implied. Express is, for example, if you're skydiving, you sign a document. I get hurt. We're off the hook. Implied assumption of the risk is like if you go to a ball game, you go to a roller rink. I would argue if you go to a ski slope and somebody bumps into you, you can't really sue them because you expect that something like that could happen. So that's an argument that her lawyers are going to make as well. And then look, here's another thing. This guy, you heard it. This guy said, hey, I saw her looking up at the sky and looking around when she's coming down the hill, and she hit me in the back. Well, if she hit him in the back, then he can't be looking at her up the hill to see what she's doing. So his credibility's toast.
Gwyneth Paltrow's defense attorney said the following here. I'll get your final response.
Let me suggest that that sword is being used to defend a meritless claim, a false allegation, really kind of an offensive one, that she somehow left him an unconscious man and bolted.
It does seem a little bit improbable that she's just this beast that came down the hill so fast that she left the guy kind of, on his deathbed.
Trace, come on. This case started at $3 million. It went down to $300,000 trial. And at the end of this case, it's going to be a $3 trial.
And by the way, she's countersuing him for $1 for legal fees. Just because of the whole point of the thing. Brian Claypool, great to have you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, Los Angeles.